Do you notice the clarity of thought, the expansion of awareness, the deep sense of connection to all that is? Your DNA, that extraordinary spiral of life force, is beginning to remember its full potential. Like a flower opening to morning sunlight, dormant sequences are awakening right now to these higher frequencies. How manifestations become more immediate, how your connection to universal consciousness strengthens. This is your natural state of being, and you are simply remembering how to access it consistently. Welcome to the Reality Revolution. It is a glorious day for another activation. This is the 5D Ascension Activation. Let me explain what the fifth dimension really is and why this activation could completely transform your experience of reality. Many of us have been taught that reality is limited to 3 dimensions: height, width, and depth, with time as a 4th dimension. But quantum physics has revealed something extraordinary. Consciousness itself operates in higher dimensions. Beyond these basic physical constraints, the 5th dimension represents a profound expansion of awareness in which all of consciousness is available. The veil that limits our ability to remember past lives, a number of other things, is removed, where limitations of space and time begin to dissolve. In a 5th dimensional consciousness, you'll discover the ability to experience multiple timelines and possibilities simultaneously. You'll have an enhanced intuition and a direct knowing, accelerated manifestation abilities, eventually being able to instantaneously manifest, deeper connection to universal consciousness, freedom from linear time constraints, heightened synchronicity in daily life, a natural flow state becoming your default mode, expanded awareness of quantum possibilities. Think of it like this: if 3rd dimensional reality is like watching a black and white TV, and 4th dimensional awareness is like upgrading to color, then 5th dimensional consciousness is like suddenly having access to infinite channels, all playing simultaneously, with the ability to choose and create your preferred experience at will. This isn't just theoretical. People have accessed 5th dimensional states and report profound changes in their daily lives. Synchronicities increase dramatically, creative solutions appear effortlessly, manifestations become nearly instantaneous. The boundary between self and universal consciousness begins to dissolve, leading to experiences of profound unity and connection. What makes this activation different is that you don't need to be in a deep meditative state or completely shut off from your environment. This is designed to work with your natural state of awareness, gently expanding your consciousness while allowing you to remain perfectly present and aware of your surroundings. It's like upgrading your operating system while still using your computer. I'm able to do this with the sound of my voice, the vibrations that I give you as you listen, and the pattern of words that I use. This is an activation for 5D consciousness, and you will ascend into the 5th dimension and give yourself that possibility by simply listening. As you listen to my voice, you might begin to notice interesting thoughts and sensations arising naturally. And it's fascinating how consciousness can expand and shift in unexpected ways, even as you go about your normal activities. You see, reality is far more expansive than most people realize. Scientists have discovered that parallel timelines exist simultaneously, overlapping and interweaving in an infinite cosmic dance. And just as you might find yourself naturally drawn to certain possibilities, you're already beginning to sense the higher frequencies that exist alongside your current experience. As you continue listening, you become aware of subtle shifts in your perception. Some people notice a slight tingling sensation, while others experience a gentle expansion of awareness. Whatever you experience is perfectly natural and unique to you. Isn't it interesting how your consciousness can begin exploring new possibilities while remaining perfectly grounded in the present moment? This is not a meditation. This is not a hypnosis. You don't have to close your eyes. You don't need to relax your body. You can play this in the background and just pay half attention to it. I'm speaking directly to your subconscious. There's an inner belief within you that says you have to go through a long, arduous journey to move into a fifth dimensional consciousness. This is not true. We are dissolving this belief right now in this moment. You can ascend into fifth dimensional energies and consciousness. The transition from third to fifth dimensional consciousness is like upgrading from black and white to full spectrum color vision. In 3D reality, you experience linear time, separation, and limitation, but 5D consciousness opens you up to unity, possibility, and the infinite nature of the now. And you're already familiar with moments of 5D awareness, those times of perfect flow, deep connection, expansive possibility, those times of absolute knowing. Your mind naturally knows how to shift between different states of consciousness. Just as you effortlessly transition between waking and sleeping, focusing and daydreaming, you have an innate ability to access higher dimensional awareness. And as you continue listening, you might notice how easily your consciousness begins to expand and elevate. The fascinating thing about consciousness is that it's always evolving, always reaching for new possibilities. And just as a flower naturally turns toward the sun, your awareness is already beginning to align with higher frequencies of experience. Some part of you recognizes this expanded state as familiar, like remembering a song you've always known. As you continue this journey, you might begin to notice how time feels different, how reality seems more fluid and filled with possibility. And it's perfectly natural to remain aware of your surroundings while simultaneously exploring these expanded states of consciousness. Your mind knows exactly how to navigate these subtle shifts in awareness. Everything you need for this transformation is already within you. Like a radio tuning to a clearer frequency, your consciousness is naturally calibrating to these higher vibrations. It always has. And as you proceed, you discover just how naturally this process unfolds. The only thing blocking you from ascending into a higher, fifth dimensional consciousness is you. There's a part of you that believes that you have to struggle to become aware of this consciousness. You have lived many, many lives on many, many planets in this process of awakening to 5D consciousness. And now you just know there's nothing that you need to do. It is available to you, and all you have to do is choose it. Take a moment to notice how you're feeling right now when I say those things. Perhaps you're already sensing subtle changes in your awareness, or maybe you're simply feeling curious about what's possible. Whatever you're experiencing is perfect for this moment. And isn't it interesting how your consciousness can explore new dimensions while remaining perfectly present and aware? As your awareness continues to expand, you might begin to sense the subtle threads of possibility that weave through every moment. Like standing in a vast hall of mirrors, each reflection representing a different version of now, a different potential expressing itself through the quantum field. And as you contemplate these infinite possibilities, you might notice how you naturally begin to explore these possibilities with your consciousness. Imagine for a moment that time is not a rigid line, but a flowing river with countless tributaries and streams. Your consciousness is like a boat that can navigate these waters, and you're becoming aware of how to steer toward higher vibrational currents. Some part of you already knows how to do this. You've done it countless times in dreams, in moments of inspiration, in those times when everything aligned perfectly. In fact, you may have naturally been attracted to episodes from the Reality Revolution in order to facilitate your expansion into 5D consciousness. And as you continue listening, you begin to notice a subtle luminescence around you. like the air itself is becoming charged with possibility. This is the quantum bridge forming, a direct connection between your current awareness and your fifth dimensional consciousness. Feel how it resonates with your entire being, creating a harmonic frequency that aligns perfectly with your highest potential. You might notice how certain timelines feel more resonant, more aligned with your true nature. Like tuning into a crystal clear radio station, your consciousness naturally gravitates toward these higher frequencies. And as you allow yourself to explore these sensations, you begin to recognize the feeling of your future self who has already made this transition. Take a moment to fully experience what it feels like to exist in this elevated state of consciousness. Do you notice the clarity of thought, the expansion of awareness, the deep sense of connection to all that is? This is your fifth dimensional self, reaching back through time, creating a quantum bridge for your consciousness to traverse. With each breath, this bridge becomes stronger, more stable, more real. All are one. I am you. You are me. You created this in order to connect to your 5D consciousness in your present state. You're beginning to sense how the light around you seems different, more alive, more responsive to your consciousness. You're beginning to sense different light particles packed with information. This is the higher frequency of fifth dimensional reality beginning to integrate with your current experience. Allow it to happen. Like sunlight breaking through the clouds, these enhanced frequencies are illuminating new possibilities, new potentials that were always there, but previously unseen. Now imagine stepping fully into that timeline where ascension has already occurred. Feel the lightness in your being, the clarity in your mind, the expansion in your heart. Notice how naturally you navigate this enhanced state of consciousness. How effortlessly you access deeper levels of understanding and connection. This is not just imagination. It's quantum reality selection happening in real time. As you continue breathing naturally, each breath draws you deeper into resonance with this elevated consciousness. The quantum bridge is humming with energy, creating a subtle pathway between dimensions. As you might notice how your very DNA seems to be responding, awakening to these higher frequencies, remembering its multidimensional nature. The fascinating thing about quantum reality is that observation affects manifestation. As you observe and experience these higher frequencies, you're actually participating in their creation. Feel how your consciousness is both the bridge and the traveler, both the observer and the observed. This is the paradox and the power of multidimensional awareness. Allow yourself to fully embrace the resonance with your fifth dimensional timeline. Notice how your thoughts become clearer, your intuition sharper, your connection to universal consciousness stronger. This is your natural state of being, and you're simply remembering how to access it consistently. The quantum bridge is now established, a permanent pathway for your continued evolution and expansion. There's no need for you to wait thousands of years to enter into this level of consciousness. It is available to you at all times. And in this moment, the veil is lifted. You have a memory for everything that ever happened in all your lifetimes. You're fully aware of everything that's ever happened. The Akashic record is fully available to you. I want you to just soak in the powerful energies and downloads that come to you in this moment. It's okay. There's no need to be overwhelmed. This is perfectly normal and natural. This is your future state of being. Now that we've activated this quantum bridge to higher consciousness, You begin to notice how your awareness naturally expands to embrace fifth dimensional perception. Colors may seem more vivid. You may see new colors you've never seen before. The environment around you is more alive with possibility. You can see beyond the veil. Sounds take on new depths and dimensions, as if you're hearing the musical harmony of reality itself. And you might become aware of how information flows through your consciousness in new and fascinating ways. In this expanded state, you begin to experience time differently. Instead of a linear progression, you sense how all moments exist simultaneously in an eternal now, past, future, and present. You are in a center of a vast sphere of possibilities. You can access any point, any perspective, any potential. And as this awareness grows, you might notice how your consciousness naturally adapts to this broader perspective. Your DNA, that extraordinary spiral of life force, is beginning to remember its full potential. Like a flower opening to morning sunlight, dormant sequences are awakening right now to these higher frequencies. I call upon your higher self and your subconscious in this moment to awaken these dormant sequences in your DNA. This is a DNA activation. You might sense a gentle tingling throughout your body or waves of light moving through your cellular structure. Each cell is a tiny universe, receiving and transmitting elevated frequencies of consciousness. And now, become aware of your future self. That aspect of you that has fully integrated these fifth dimensional frequencies. Feel the quantum entanglement strengthening between you like two stars orbiting each other, sharing light and information across the fabric of space-time. This connection is beyond linear time, beyond physical space. It's a direct link through the quantum field, allowing wisdom and knowledge to flow freely between all aspects of your multidimensional being. Notice how naturally your neural pathways begin to adapt to this expanded awareness. Your body begins to adapt to this new level of consciousness. To the max that you can within a third dimensional body, you begin to experience fifth dimensional reality. Like rivers finding new channels through fertile soil, your consciousness is creating new pathways for processing fifth dimensional information. While it may seem complex, it's rather simple. You sense this as an increased clarity, enhanced intuition, or a deeper understanding of the interconnected nature of all things. These new neural networks are lighting up with possibility, creating permanent bridges to higher dimensional awareness. As these changes integrate, you might begin to experience reality as more fluid, more responsive to consciousness. The rigid boundaries between subject and object begin to dissolve, revealing the underlying unity of all existence. You're becoming aware of how your thoughts and emotions directly influence the quantum field, creating ripples of possibility that extend through all dimensions of reality. You're also becoming aware of the knowledge and information contained within this field. It becomes natural for you to access it, to become it. You move beyond self into a oneness with all, recognizing that you are one being, one creator. Moving back to the beginning of time and to the end of time, you are all things, and you have a full awareness of that within your body in this moment. Feel how your energy field naturally expands to accommodate these higher frequencies. Like a radio receiver upgrading its capacity, your entire being is calibrating to these elevated vibrations. You are already doing this. I am simply commanding your subconscious to accelerate this process, to magnify this process. You might sense this as waves of light moving through your consciousness. You might sense expanding spheres of awareness that encompass more and more of the quantum field. Your fifth dimensional self exists beyond the limitations of space and time. In a state of eternal presence and possibility, become aware of this version of you in the future that is also present in this moment. You merge with this version of you. As you align more fully with this aspect of your being, you notice how synchronicities increase, how manifestations become more immediate, how your connection to universal consciousness strengthens. This is your natural state of being, and you are simply remembering how to access it consistently. The membrane between dimensions becomes increasingly permeable in this moment as your consciousness expands. Feels good. There's a feeling of bliss that accompanies this. Like water finding its own level, your awareness naturally rises to match these higher frequencies. My voice carries these higher frequencies on a wavelength into your awareness, through your ears, into your body, and you will find yourself awakening and expanding your fifth dimensional body in this moment. You are experiencing this as a moment of profound clarity, deep knowing, or spontaneous understanding of complex universal principles. These are not just temporary states, they're becoming your new baseline of consciousness. And as these new neural pathways strengthen, as your DNA continues to activate, as your quantum entanglement with your future self deepens, you are creating a permanent foundation for fifth dimensional living. Every breath, every heartbeat, every moment of awareness now reinforces these changes on a continuous loop. You are ascending, you are growing. You're not just visiting these higher frequencies temporarily, you're becoming them, integrating them fully into your daily experience. Now is the time for ascension. It is happening now in this moment. Something as simple as a random YouTube video has awakened your fifth dimensional self. How wonderful that is. Feel how complete this integration is becoming. It is a miracle. It is magical. Your consciousness moves effortlessly between dimensions now. It always did. You are simply aware of it, and this awareness has awakened within you. Feel how complete this integration is becoming. Like a master musician who can play in many keys, you're developing the ability to navigate multiple dimensions of reality while remaining perfectly grounded in your physical experience. Let yourself fully embrace this new state of being. Notice how natural it feels, how right. This is who you have always been, who you're remembering yourself to be. The fifth dimension is not separate from you. It's an integral part of your multidimensional nature. You are now fully awakened and expressed through your expanded consciousness. Right here, right now, in this eternal moment of now, you're making a conscious choice to activate your ascension timeline. Feel the power of this decision resonating through every cell of your being. This isn't about future potential. This is about immediate transformation happening in this very instant. The quantum field is responding to your choice right now. Like a vast ocean of probability condensing into a single perfect wave, your consciousness is crystallizing this ascension timeline into physical reality. Feel the surge of energy as your decision point creates a quantum cascade rippling through all dimensions of your existence. You're not reaching for some distant future. You're claiming your ascended state in this present moment. Notice how the very air around you seems charged with possibility, how reality itself begins to shift and reconfigure around your choice. This is timeline selection happening in real time as you actively engage with the quantum probability field that surrounds you. Take a deep breath and feel the absolute certainty of this choice anchoring into your reality. With each exhale, you're releasing the old timeline. With each inhale, you're drawing in the frequencies of this ascended state. This is not a gradual process. It's a quantum jump happening right now. Feel the shift in your energy field as your consciousness aligns with the fifth dimensional frequencies. Don't be afraid. If you have anxious energies come up or it doesn't feel right, just sit with it, be with it. You will naturally expand into it. You will notice how your perception begins to alter immediately. Colors are more vivid, sensations more acute, awareness more expansive. These are not future possibilities. They're current realities manifesting in your experience right now. The timeline of ascension isn't ahead of you. It's emerging through you in this very moment. Your consciousness is creating a permanent quantum bridge right now, like lightning bolts connecting earth to sky, linking your current awareness directly to fifth dimensional reality. These are not temporary passages. They're permanent transformational gateways anchoring higher frequencies into your everyday experience. Feel how solid and real these connections are becoming. Now become aware of the feedback loops establishing themselves in your consciousness. Each moment of expanded awareness creates a resonance field that attracts more fifth dimensional experiences. Each fifth dimensional experience strengthens your connection to these higher frequencies. It's a self-reinforcing cycle of ascension, growing stronger with each breath, each heartbeat, each moment of conscious awareness. You are becoming your higher self. Your DNA is activating new codes of ascension right now. Feel the surge of light flowing through your cellular structure. This is information. It's upgrading your entire being to sustain these higher frequencies. This is not a future event. It is happening now in real time. As you continue listening to these words, your physical body is transforming, becoming a conduit for fifth dimensional consciousness. The veils between dimensions have dissolved in this moment. Reality is more fluid, more responsive. You're not working toward ascension, you are experiencing it right now. Feel how your awareness expands to encompass both physical and higher dimensional realities simultaneously. This is your new normal, your new baseline of existence. And as these new patterns stabilize in your field, notice how naturally you begin operating from this elevated state. Synchronicities increase. Manifestation becomes immediate. Your connection strengthens. This timeline of ascension has anchored itself through your consciousness in your moment now. Feel the absolute certainty of this election, the unwavering commitment of your highest self to this transformation. You're not preparing for ascension, you're embodying it now, becoming it now, living it now. Let your entire being resonate with the truth of this. Feel the absolute certainty of this election. Feel the power of your decision point, creating quantum ripples through all dimensions of reality. This is your moment of transformation, your quantum leap into higher consciousness, happening right now, right here, in this eternal moment of now. And as this new timeline stabilizes in your reality, feel how completely it's integrated into every aspect of your being, like cement hardening into its final form. This elevated state of consciousness is becoming permanent, unshakable, inevitable, your new baseline of existence. From this moment forward, you will notice certain triggers in your daily life that automatically strengthen your connection to fifth dimensional awareness. Perhaps it's the first ray of sunlight in the morning, reminding your cells to vibrate at these higher frequencies. Maybe it's the sound of running water, instantly aligning your consciousness with quantum flow. Your conscious and unconscious mind both know exactly what triggers will work best for you, installing them now as permanent anchors for continued ascension. And you are tuning into love. Love is the reality of fifth dimension, the intelligence of love flowing through you. Love is always a reminder of your ascension process. See yourself moving through your daily normal activities from this expanded state. There's no need for you to let go of your current life. You're in an expanded state and you're able to bring these energies to others around you. You are a beacon Notice how differently you interact with others, how naturally you access higher wisdom, love, how effortlessly you navigate challenges from this elevated perspective. You can see the love in every moment and you bring it out, you amplify it, you magnify it. This is not just imagination, it is a quantum template being installed in your neural pathways right now, ensuring that fifth dimensional consciousness becomes your default way of being. Your consciousness has established clear markers for tracking your progress, moments of profound synchronicity, instances of instantaneous manifestation, experiences of deep universal connection. Each time you encounter these markers, your ascension accelerates, creating a self-reinforcing cycle of expansion. It's like having quantum breadcrumbs leading you ever deeper into higher dimensional awareness. And every night, as you drift off to sleep, your unconscious mind will continue processing and integrating these changes at a higher level. While you rest, your multidimensional DNA will further activate. There will be no ascension symptoms. Your body will naturally adjust and recover to the accessing of more light in your body. Your neural pathways are strengthening and your energy field will expand. Each morning you awaken slightly more aligned with your fifth dimensional self, slightly more attuned to higher frequencies of reality. As you move forward from this moment, you'll find yourself naturally drawn to experience that support your continued evolution. Like a flower instinctively turning towards sunlight, you're being oriented toward opportunities for growth and expansion. Your internal guidance system is now calibrated to fifth dimensional frequencies, making this process automatic and effortless. You are now tuned to higher dimensional beings that are there to help you. You hear their voices, you get their assistance, and we call upon your higher self and higher dimensional beings right now to aid you in this process. Notice how your perception of time begins to shift in your daily life. You find yourself operating more and more in the eternal now, where all possibilities exist simultaneously. This mindful awareness allows you to navigate reality with increased efficiency, accessing whatever timeline best serves the highest good in any given moment. The quantum markers you've established will continue to multiply and strengthen. Each moment of expanded awareness creates new reference points, new anchors for this elevated state of consciousness. It's like creating a vast network of light points throughout your reality, each one supporting and reinforcing your ascension process. Remember, this transformation isn't something you're working toward. It's something that you're already experiencing, already embodying, already being. Every breath reinforces this truth. Every heartbeat confirms it. Every moment of awareness deepens it. You're not becoming fifth dimensional. You are fifth dimensional, expressing more and more of this truth. Through your physical experience, you are a beacon and example of fifth dimensional awareness now. Now, as we conclude this activation, feel how solid and real these changes have become. In just this short period of time, you have transformed your entire being, your entire life, your entire timeline. It's that simple. I want you to allow this to happen, to accept it. Do not be afraid. This is why you're here, to expand your consciousness. These changes are woven into the very fabric of your being now, integrated into every cell, every thought, every moment of your existence. This is your new reality, your new normal, your new way of being in the world. And whenever you need to reinforce these changes, simply take a deep breath and remember, you've already made the quantum jump. You've already chosen this timeline. You're already operating from this elevated state of consciousness. Everything from this point forward is simply an exploration of how far you can expand, how fully you can express your multidimensional nature, how fully you can truly understand the intelligence of love. Feel the absolute completion of this activation, the perfection of this moment, the certainty of your transformation. You are ready. You are activated. You are ascended, and so it is. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com. And welcome to The Reality Revolution.